Hi everybody. In this first video on the pages options that you get with LYNX Whiteboard, we're going to look at how we navigate pages and the slider bar that we can use to control our pages. As you can see from the diagram on this page, the page menu options appear very complicated and there are lots of them. So that's why we're splitting it into two videos. So first of all, let's go and learn about the navigation and slider area. So on the main toolbar, this little simple looking area is where all of the pages options are embedded. First of all, we can see we are on page 1 of 7 and we have arrows to either side to help us go through the other pages. Also though, if I want to look at my navigation slider for my pages, there are two ways of accessing it. Number one is just to click on the numbers themselves. That's the quickest way, the way I suggest. But just so you know, in the page menu options here, you can also access it there, pages. So it brings it up in those two ways. What we see on this slider then are all of the pages in this current presentation where I've been making my videos. And you'll notice that the slide we're on currently has a blue border. So if I click to another page, we're on that page automatically, and that page gets the blue highlight around it. I can press and hold and slide up and down, but if I want to change the order of my pages, then I need to use this tool that you can see in the bottom left corner of every slide. This little up and down arrow. By holding that, I can now pick up the slides and move them around. I can even go quickly all the way to the end of the presentation. Pick something up, we can rush all the way to the beginning and so on. But you can see that we have other symbols in the other corners. We can see them a little bit more clearly here as well. So you can see there at the bottom is the arrow for moving our slides up and down. There we can see the number of the slide we're on, but we also have a hamburger menu with the background options, and we have the ability to create links. There is another video on creating links between pages, but just so you know what we're talking about, if I was to pick up this page as a chain link, I could drop it onto any of the other pages, and when we return there it is. It's a little window into that page that we can zoom in on whenever we want to, using this enter button here. Let's go back though to this page. The hamburger menu has in a range of other options. The ones at the top are all linked to backgrounds. At the top you can see that we can change the colour of the background, and it will just do it automatically to the background of the whole slide. And then I can hide that again. I can go into the colour wheel or the pipette. I could pick a colour even from over here. So if I want that colour, that will match that in the background. Now the background options helps me do things like clear the background. I might want to undo that because I like that colour. But I could also apply this background to all my existing pages and decide that on any new pages that I add, it will also have that background. Now you'll notice that I can actually add new pages from here. I can insert a page before or after the page that I'm on. So if I do a page after, there is my nice blank page with that background colour that I chose. What else do we have in there? Well, we have the ability to delete pages. We have the ability to copy and paste pages. So this page looks rather complicated. If I wanted to replicate it in another presentation, the easiest thing would be to copy it, and I could go to somewhere else and then I could paste it in. So you can see that's put that in there. But also on any of my pages, I could, if I want the similar page on the same document, I could just go here and duplicate the page. And that duplicates everything in the normal layer and the background layer of the pages too. Another nice handy thing is that we can use links to create artwork, And then the option down here means that I can save the whole slide, whatever shape it is, and save it as an image. And basically it will tell me that it's saved it to an image. It's usually in your pictures folder, and it will have a subfolder called links. It'll be untitled at this page, so what's handy is that it will show you where it is in your Explorer. So here you can see all the dozens of other times that I've done that as well, and then we can find the new image that we've done there, click on it, and you'll see that it will open as an image in a moment. There it is. Let's go back to links though, and I can say OK, or if I decide I don't want it to keep it as an image, I can delete it as well. So as you can see, we've got the background options, we've got options for about how the images fill the page as well. And go back to the normal layer, but these are the important ones really. Deleting, inserting pages before or after, pasting and copying pages, duplicates, and saving as images. And at the bottom there are some defaults as well, such as deleting a page that we're on, making an instant duplicate, or adding a page, but notice it will always add a page to the bottom of your presentation. This bar, by the way, is not locked into this corner. We can pick it up and we can drag it around the page as well in a variety of ways, so we can move it around the screen. The numbers at the top also help us, so if we want to go to a particular page, so here I can always go back to page 1, and let me just resize that, and then we can always go to the last page, or we can put in a page that we want to go to straight away. So it's a quicker way to navigate to particular pages. So have a play around, see if you can navigate through your own pages. Good luck.